Hello, YouTube, and good morning. At least it's, my morning. 2:32 in the afternoon, Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. I'm headed to Amazon extremely early, and I don't really have any plans as far as things I'm specifically trying to do between now and getting to work before 7 o'clock. In fact, actually, my main reason for leaving out at this time, and this may seem a little odd, but my main reason for leaving out at this time is I'm worried if I continue to stay at home and lay in bed, that sometime between now and 4, I will doze off back to sleep. And then at about 4:10, or whenever my alarm normally goes off, I worry that I'll wake up and be super groggy because I just kind of barely went to sleep, and just won't feel up to going to work, because I feel awake right now. I feel fairly energetic right now. Now how I'm feeling after 3 a.m. and several hours of pulling a pallet jack remains to be seen. But as it is right now, I feel energetic enough that I'm sure I'll still be up and functioning when it's time to actually head directly to work, as opposed to I've noticed this is kind of a pattern with me, and it's something I need to nip in the bud before it actually causes me any real financial strain. Because the way things are at Amazon, I'm able to pretty much get away with it. I still retain all my full-time employee benefits. No videos since Monday, and today I've been kind of half-assed uploading my vlogs from Monday. I only really watched one of them, and it was a short one, so I haven't really been paying attention to where I'm at and what I'm uploading. For the most part, I just kind of have a vague memory of what happened Monday. If there's anything that describes my mental state most of the time, it's vague memory. Anyway, a surprisingly small amount of people loitering in the park and in the adjacent Costco, which is a good thing. Speaking of people loitering in the park, so I do mention every now and then I have a lot of different YouTube channels that I follow and that I watch with very extremely different types of focuses and interest. And one of them that I enjoy a lot is Tales from the Street, and I don't think I've ever really mentioned the Tales from the Street channel on my vlog before. There's a few people kicking it in the shade under those trees over there. I'm not bothered as much by the homeless people kicking it under the trees in the park when there's not piles of garbage around them. So, that's my biggest issue with the homeless in the park, is just the piles of garbage and and of course all the just flagrant drug usage. Anyway, back to Tales from the Street. I've been watching Tales from the Street a lot last couple of days. I've been watching that channel a lot, for several months, but I don't know, it's been just hitting my recommendations more than normal the last couple of days, and I've just kind of been, for the most part, just kicking it in bed, killing time, so I've actually had time to watch it. And two particular videos, neither of which are very current. In fact, I think one was from about 9 or 10 months ago, but that's the one that most intrigued me, and I'll save that for last. The first one that really kind of messed with my head was the one I watched more recently. And I am so bad with names. I wish I could remember the name of the person he was talking about. I'll try to remember when I post this to put a link in the description. So please check my description. When you watch my videos, please always check the descriptions. I try to put stuff there. Links, corrections, if I got something very, some information very wrong, I try to correct it there. Also, try to have the time and date that the video was shot, since there's always a delay between when I shoot my videos and when I get them uploaded to YouTube. Anyway, so this one was very, very pretty young Hispanic-looking girl, and it said that she was 19-year-old on blues, which that's not an unusual thing in Phoenix. And the video was recorded kind of in the West Sunny Slope area. I want to say around 19th Avenue in Peoria, which is not an area I go to constantly, but my vlog is definitely, I'm blocking my camera again, go me. My vlog has definitely taken me there, within the last month. So it is an area I do get to on occasion. Many, many years ago, I actually used to live very near there. I had an apartment right off of, on Peoria Avenue, right off of 15th Avenue. So that's definitely an area of town I'm familiar with. And in fact, used to be one of my busier areas when I owned my taxi company, Express Cab, back in the 1990s. Anyway, not really on the subject of the area. All right, you have blocked the crosswalk, dude. Thank you for that. I need to wait. Those guys got a green left arrow. And that's the end of them. You're in the crosswalk, dude. There's a crosswalk right here.
I had to stop late.
No, you didn't have to stop late. You could have stopped behind it. Had to stop late. Pay attention to the lights as you're approaching the intersections, people. It's not that hard. All right. I can't ever get too far with this thing without hitting some fucking drivers. I'm not sure when the next northbound bus is going to be, but and I said for the most part, I'm just up trying to be alert and awake, so I don't fall asleep and blow off another day of work. I do want to get this in here. I did a short. I don't think I've got it uploaded yet, but it'll probably be the next thing I upload. If I remember where I left off on my uploads. They were working on taking down the urgent care building here, the Honor Health Urgent Care at 44th Street in Oak. And it looks like it's pretty much gone. Obviously the sign is going to stay here. It's part of the strip mall. I'm glad they didn't take out the bushes and the trees. I hope whatever, I see whatever's going here. I know damn well what's going in here. It's going to be a salad and go drive-through. I hope they can put in the salad and go without killing the tree, without eliminating these bushes. That's my 2 cents on that. We still got the handicap spaces here for the former urgent care. I mean, I knew that place was going to be gone soon, but it still really bums me out. Wow, Mike's Subs is open. I've been thinking about where I'm going to eat, and I do believe it's going to be Mike's Subs. He's got a really good sandwich that he has on his menu here. I forget what the hell it's called. I think it's called a Traffic Jam. And he keeps rather short hours that don't jive well with my lifestyle, but wait. Closed. Closed. As I was saying, crappy hours. Wow. What kind of a food place is already closed at 2:41 p.m.? Guess he's not anticipating much of a dinner rush. Okay, I guess I'm not eating there. That's a local restaurant I'd really like to support, but when I come through and it's not even 3 p.m. yet, you kind of got to be open for me to support you. That's That's one of the kavats. It really is. Anyway, it amazes me that place has stayed in business as long as it has with such limited hours, and I don't think I've ever seen it busy. In fact, it's very rare that I go in there that I see another customer. So maybe it's a front for money laundering. Just playing, y'all. Don't hit me with a slander thing. I know nothing other than that place has great subs, keeps very limited hours. They don't seem to be posted anywhere, and never busy. Great subs though. It looked like the open sign was on for a distance. I was really craving it, ready to just end this video and not finish anything, just to go get one. I guess I should keep on walking. Part of me's wanting to stop at the Taco Bell coming up here, but man, I got Taco Bell on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? I'm trying to think back to last week. The most memorable thing of last week was, or was it the week before? It's such a blur right now. No, last week. The most memorable thing of last week was, of course, being in Crystal's bed and her naked body riding me repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly. So it's hard to remember other stuff that happened, but I do recall I did go to work at Amazon 2 of the days in the week, which I'm looking at repeating that this week as well, assuming I actually make it there tonight. I hooked up with Crystal on Saturday night. Not last Saturday, the Saturday before. And for all the stuff I said about Crystal, good and bad, I don't think I've actually gotten around. I've started to explain how I met her, and I don't think I ever have. So maybe I should do that in case anybody was actually waiting for me to explain that, while I still remember. So I did notice her in the bar when I came in. I forget what time I got to. On that Saturday night, I forget what time I got to the Hideaway, but it was probably kind of late. It was on, it was a Saturday night, so maybe I got there early. I'd see my memories fade, and that's why I'm trying to do this vlog thing, just to try to have a record of what the hell has happened to me, because next week I might not even remember Crystal at all. Anyway, all right, we got a shopping cart full of garbage here and somebody's sign. What's this say? Homeless. Need help, please. God bless. Thank you. Anything else? You know what would help? Not taking Target shopping carts and not leaving them full of garbage. All right. I see where the homeless people have moved. They're all in front of Taco Bell now. Or at least their shopping carts full of garbage are. God, I hate this. I wish the city would do something about it. Like, just enforcing the shopping cart law, I think. Just that one bit of legislation that already exists. Just actually enforce that. I think that alone would be a game changer. As you see, they're completely blocking the sidewalk there. I mean, I get wanting to be in the shade and be out of the sun, but goddamn. And goddamn that as well. Of course, that also partially falls on City of Phoenix for not emptying that enough. All right. I could smell the burning fentanyl as I walked by there, so that was lovely. There was a time I used to call Phoenix PD when I could smell burning fentanyl in public places, but it's come to my attention that that's a complete wasted effort. They're not doing anything about it, and when you call the non-emergency Phoenix PD number, most of the time you absolutely don't get through to anybody. The one time I did manage to get through to somebody, it was after I was walking home and I noticed some shady characters snooping around in my alley. And I noticed that almost every dumpster between the park and my place was knocked over, and I called to report that. And I was surprised I got through in a reasonable amount of time, but it was kind of in the not wee hours of the morning, but it was early morning. Like, sun had just come up. And the conversation that I had with the police operator was pretty disappointing. Of those that answer the phone are well aware of the situation, and they feel like their hands are pretty much tied by a city council and a mayor and a city manager that just has their hands tied. They'd like to take care of some of these problems, but due to the political control of the city of Phoenix, they can't. So it's shitty. So anyway, God, I was going to explain what was up with Tales from the Streets. I never got to that. I'm almost at Thomas. I was trying to explain what was how I met Crystal, and now's a good time to do that. Yeah, because that's fresh in my mind. So I forget what time I got to. Last Saturday, but the Saturday before. I forget what time I got to the Hideaway. But I went in there, and my plan was to do just do my usual thing, which for the most part is sitting by myself at the bar, playing Word Dojo on the Mega Touch machine. Generally, I get myself something to eat, usually a burger with tots. They have great burgers there, although their best cook was killed a few weeks ago by a... Whoa! There is a spin scooter over there, and this is well out of the operating range of spin scooters. That is very interesting. Anyway, yeah, their main cook got killed in a hit and run while trying to ride his bicycle home. Somebody just flying down Thomas nailed him and just kept on going, left him there dead. The food seems to be, still as good as it's always been, but it's hard not to get food there and think about the fact that the guy that's been the consistent cook there for years is dead and gone due to a vehicular homicide hit and run. Because cars are killing machines, especially on Thomas Road. And that's completely normalized. Nobody's talking about common sense car control at all. So, anyway, so yeah, I went there. There's usually, there's a handful of people there that hang out there that I know. Not that I get really involved with them, but I mean, some people I chat with, but I usually sit by myself at the bar. I sing some songs, I usually do well at that. I enjoy singing, and oh wow, got the walk signal without hitting the button. But yeah, I mean, I generally keep to myself, and that's just kind of been in my routine when I go over there for quite a while. I do always look at the women that I see there with a sense of longing, but never really act on it much. I do remember now I'm talking about it, there's more memories coming to mind. Oh wow, there's the 40. I bet that not in service. I bet that non-service is fixing to be a... Yeah, it totally is. That's fixing to be a 29 westbound. That's one of those ones I always complain about that goes up 44th Street but doesn't pick up passengers on 44th Street, that I could conceivably board right there at Oak Street if only the routes were actually reflected where the buses actually go. Anyway, I'm not going to have time to finish the story about Crystal, so I guess I'm going to have to try and make it as brief as possible, because I may never get back to the subject again. So, I do look at women. I try not to have lingering stares and be too creepy about it, but the fact that I have really bad vision sometimes makes that difficult. Sometimes I have to kind of stare at something for a while before my eyes will even focus on it for me to tell what or who it is. And sometimes I'm looking because I think I recognize somebody, but it takes me quite a bit of looking for me to pick out enough detail to realize, oh yeah, that is somebody I know. And usually I get lucky enough that they'll notice I'm looking at them and come over and say, hey Dan, what's up? And I can just tell them, hey, my vision has gone pretty bad. Anyway, I'm going to have to explain the Crystal thing later. But I did have a really awkward moment that, Yeah, this bus probably isn't going right away. Let's see what's happens there. Sometimes this bus pulls here. Okay, this guy's running like mad. Trying to get on it. No peace boarding. I'm getting on.